Am I looking at the camera? All right. Hey, everybody. Chris and Tiffany here with High Seas Cruising. Let me start off by saying, forgive my voice. I've got a scratch, a tickle going on in my throat that is making me sound like I'm extremely hoarse. I've tried taking medicine for it. I'm hoping it goes away here in the next couple of days, but I'm probably going to sound a little funny on the video tonight. All right, so Tiffany's going to be helping me out tonight. She is going to monitor the chat if anybody jumps in. This is real impromptu. We were not planning on going live. Excuse me. But it is a lot easier than trying to edit a video on the road if we can just sit down and have a conversation. So we have made it to Galveston, Texas. We are down here at the cruise port. It has been, hold on. All right, so Darlene has jumped in here with us. Hello, Darlene. When they jump in, just say hi. No, maybe you just say hi, sweetie.
Say hi.
We're learning how to go live. Please forgive us. This is actually our very first live. So we're
Matt.
There you go. So let's see. It took us about 4 hours to get here today. We did do the COVID testing this morning at CVS. Filmed the whole thing. Once we get home, we'll put that whole video out. So just in case anybody has that test coming up, is curious about that test, film the whole thing. I mean, it's really, really simple. And the whole test only takes like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we did more waiting than we did doing the test.
It took her longer to put the test together.
We are headed to Cozumel and Costa Maya.
Yeah, Cozumel and Costa Maya. We're leaving on the Carnival Breeze on Monday.
And Darlene wants to know if we're doing any excursions and what ports.
Okay, so in Cozumel, we do have an excursion. We're going to go do the Save the Baby Sea Turtle one. A couple years ago, when we were on the Carnival Valor, one of the other guests on the ship told us about it. You go over to the beach, and I guess at nighttime, the baby sea turtles hatch, and they come out of the sand, and they head to the water. They say like only 70 or 75% of them are able to get out of the sand by themselves. So the excursion the next day, you go and you find the baby sea turtle nests, you dig them out of the sand, and you take them to the ocean.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do that one in Cozumel. And in Costa Maya, we haven't been to Costa Maya yet. It's our third time to Cozumel. So I think in Costa Maya, we're just going to kind of check out the cruise port. My understanding is there's quite a bit to do there in the cruise port. There's like even dolphin encounters in the cruise port, if I read that right.
Yeah, looking at it earlier, that's what it was saying. So Robert, good afternoon.
The Lone Wolf Museum in Galveston
is awesome.
I have not heard of the Lone Wolf Museum. We'll have to look that up and take a look at it. We're really not sure what we're going to do tomorrow. We kind of have the whole day. Of course, we for sure are going to go to the candy store over by Pier 21. It's kind of a little tradition thing. We got to get our saltwater taffy.
Yes. My son is very much loving the saltwater taffy, and he got to actually see it being made the last time we were here. So he definitely wants some of that as his souvenir.
Yeah, that chat will go really fast if you don't keep up with it.
Sarah says hi, and she's jealous and can't wait. Darlene had to get 6 tests, one for
Costa
October.
Maya is small. Excuse me. So Costa Maya is small. See, it looks really big and like spacious in the pictures. So, like I said, we hadn't been there, and pictures are obviously deceiving if it's really small.
Matt says him and his wife are taking their first cruise in October on the Norwegian lines.
Norwegian Bliss.
Well,
First
y'all
cruise.
have fun.
Yeah, y'all are gonna love it. If you've never been on a cruise before, it is honestly our absolute favorite way to vacation. I mean, you're talking about a resort, a hotel that while you sleep at night takes you to someplace new. Plus everything there is to do on the ships.
The food.
Gotta
love the food.
And all of the people you'll meet in all the places that you go. Your fellow passengers, crew members from around the world, the people that live in the ports you visit. I mean, it's just spectacular.
That's it so far.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is for our very first live stream. We have more comments than I actually thought we'd get, to be honest with you. let's see what else today. So we took us about 4 hours to drive down here to Galveston.
Seawolf. There is a submarine and a PT boat. We have been to Seawolf Park several times.
Yeah, we have been to Seawolf, and in our video library, right around the time we came down to watch the Carnival Vista depart last time, we actually have a tour where we went through the both the submarine and on the destroyer escort. The submarine one was really, really good. We actually had a submariner who was doing a tour there on the ship with us, and very informative.
The volunteers, yeah. Darlene can't wait for the breeze in April. And
are you taking
a care package?
Okay, when you say care package, are you referring to we take some extra sundries, toiletries, and gifts for the crew? Is that the care package that you're referring to? And if it is, yes, we're going to pick up some stuff for them tomorrow before we get on the ship on Monday.
Are y'all from Texas? Takes me about 4 hours to drive to Galveston. Yes.
We are. We actually live outside, not in San Antonio, but around the San Antonio area.
And yes, that's what Robert was talking about.
Okay, then yes, we are definitely going to take a care package on there. I mean, these crew members were out of work for so long. I've heard nothing but, this is our first cruise back since the pandemic, but I've heard that they are in need of things. They can't get off the ships in the ports like they used to yet. So yeah, if you have the ability to take a little extra something for the crew members, absolutely not required, not mandatory, but if you can take a little bit extra on there for them, I've heard that they are super, super appreciative about that. I mean, I've heard that it just really makes their day, especially if they can't get off and get some of the basic necessities like shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, just human being needed items. What else, baby?
Just lunch was awesome. We went to Jimmy's. One of our rules is when we travel, we make sure that we don't try to eat at chains. We try to find those hole in the wall places. So if y'all know of any in Galveston, let us know, and we will definitely give it a try. But that Jimmy's on the pier, that was some really good food. We had some cheese fries that were just amazing.
All right, Kathy's doing a back-to-back in January on the Dream. I think our next back-to-back cruise is probably not going to be till 2023. Our daughter and our granddaughters really want to go on the Disney Wish around Halloween time. But unless they change those itineraries, the Disney Wish is only 3 or 4 day cruises right now. And so unless that changes in 2023, if we're driving all the way to Florida, we're doing a back-to-back. I mean, we might as well get a week or two out of cruising if we're going to drive all the way to Florida.
So she wants to, Darlene would like to know if we have any recommendations for something adventurous. We usually try to do something new. On each trip, we've tried paddleboarding, snorkeling, just I would say just try it, something new that you would not normally do.
Yeah. Yeah, paddleboarding was a lot of fun. She's really good at it. I'm really awful at it. I spent more time falling off. In Progresso, we went over to one of those resort for the days. We did book the excursion through Carnival, but it was a resort. We took a bus over there. It was really, really nice, except for I scared the tar out of this poor lady, and it was purely an accident. But we were out there swimming in the ocean, and this large, there had to have been hundreds of these flying fish just started skipping across the water while we were out there. And so I'm yelling and pointing, look, 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 look. And this poor lady thought I saw a shark. And it looked like a cartoon episode. She came out of that water so fast. I mean, I felt bad that I scared her, but just pick an excursion that you think would have something interesting. Snorkeling, scuba diving. I mean, even if you've never dove before, they'll teach you. Do some paddleboarding, some windsurfing, some parasailing, anything.
Kathy said they got a beachside massage in Progresso. I have 55 days left, and I'm going to be on the Carnival Vista. Matt wanted to know what our favorite ship is that we've cruised on so far.
Ooh, Favorite ship that we've cruised on so far, man, that is, we've had this discussion at home before, and it is a tough answer. Not one ship has been like, oh, this is the best. And not a single ship has been terrible. We have not met a cruise that we didn't like. We haven't met a ship that we didn't like. Every one of them has something to offer, something that's good. And I don't know, maybe it's us. We look at every cruise as how much positive there is in it versus how much negative.
Yeah, we don't go out searching for the negative. We try to find the positive in everything, and
the positive always wins.
Yeah, it always does. I mean, we've had some bad meals, but they were right on top of it and brought us something. And everybody from the maitre d' down came to check on us to make sure that we were happy with what they brought us when they found out we didn't like it. So you got to look for the positive.
Right. Have we ever been on Royal Caribbean? Not yet. We have our first Royal Caribbean scheduled for September of 2022 out of Galveston, already booked, already ready to go, because that's another one where we want to try. I've been kind of holding off on Royal Caribbean, not because I didn't want to try them, but we sail mostly here from Galveston, and the Allure of the Seas is due here in November of next year. And that is one of Royal Caribbean ships that I really want to go on, one of the Oasis class. And so I've been holding out for the Allure, to be honest with you.
And Kathy wants to know if we have one cruise company that we prefer over another. It's kind of hard to say because we've only really cruised Carnival and Disney.
Yeah, at this point, we've been cruising Carnival and we've been cruising Disney. We're kind of like on the two extremes, super expensive Disney down to, Carnival cruise lines. We've even tried to compare the two of those two together. I mean, they're night and day, but they're both great. They're both awesome.
And Kathy wants to know if we know of any cruise lines that are allowing maskless. I don't.
Yes.
Okay.
The only one right now that I'm aware of that you can sail on without a mask is Norwegian Cruise Lines. They are 100% fully vaccinated. They recommend you show up at the cruise port with a COVID test already done. They're going to test you at the cruise port, and right now they are currently maskless on board their vessels.
Darlene said she's having her first Royal Caribbean in October to Alaska. She's nervous about the weather. I was nervous about the weather in May. So my dad actually lived in Alaska for 20 years, so I called him, and he said just pack a little bit for all weather conditions.
I can say this much too. I'm sure, if you watch a lot of cruise videos, you're probably familiar with Don and Tony. They're a couple of the, much bigger channels than us out there. They are actually getting on an Alaskan cruise tomorrow, I believe. So not quite October, but they're going to be there, roughly about when the weather's going to be the same. You might want to kind of check them out, check out some of their cruise vlogs, and they'll probably be able to give you a much better idea of what the weather, at least currently next week here, mid-September, will be in Alaska.
So Stella is getting on the Carnival Dream in October and wants to know if we've been on the Dream before.
No, not the Dream. We've been on the Valor, the Freedom. We've had the Vista canceled on us, and we're doing the Breeze here on Monday.
Kathy says she hopes we have an amazing time. And Matt, we are originally booked on Carnival, but we canceled and booked with NCL because of the mask policy.
And I completely understand that. The masking thing, it's going to be different. It's going to be weird. We're going to give it a try. We're going to go in there and give it an honest effort and see how much of a pain is it really going to be. Definitely not our favorite policy. Carnival's just made changes this week. Like where the casino's concerned, it's kind of now you got to pay to even be in the casino. So the bar services are closed. There's no gatherings in the casinos right now. You pretty much have to be sitting at a machine playing or the immediate companion to even be in the casino. You got to wear the mask unless you are actively drinking or actively smoking, but you can only smoke in the casino if you're actively playing. So the mask policies are getting a little more restrictive, at least in the casino area. But we're going to give it an honest try. We'll see how it really is. We'll be able to give a much better opinion of the cruising masking policies when we get back.
Kathy said the Dream is her favorite ship. The spa is to die for. We've always kind of skipped the spa, but I think this time I'm going to give it a try.
We have a family friend named Mary, and she is actually going out on the Dream on the 25th of this month, I believe. And that is one thing she is like super excited for is the thermal spa on board the Dream. She says it's spectacular. She's looking to try that. I looked at the one on the Breeze, and it looks really, really similar, and we're actually going to try it this time.
Matt said, just keep your drink straw in your mask.
That would work. Just tuck it right up in there and put it in my mouth.
I had a lady come to work the other day, and they make masks with a straw hole in it, and it has a little flap that you snap.
Well, luckily you can take it off if you're actively drinking, or at least pull it down. But yeah, that would be funny.
And Connie, thank you. Like I said, we do try to stay very positive. Don't like negative. We deal a lot with that with our work. So yeah.
I mean, honestly, we've not come across a lot of stuff that's even worth being negative about when it comes to a cruise ship. Yeah, there could be some things that we don't necessarily care for that are not our favorites, but that doesn't make them bad. That just means they're not to our preference. And we don't complain about the little things. We've had little issues. We've had the elevators not work for an hour one time. Okay, we just took the stairs.
Well, we try to avoid the elevators anyway because it's always a mess. People getting on and off.
We came back to Galveston the one time, and the gangway wasn't working, so we had to go all the way down to deck 1 to get off the ship. Oh, okay, it's really not that big of a deal. Stuff happens.
Matt said he meant to say keep your drink straw in your mouth so you're always actively drinking.
Oh, see, I was trying to figure out how to get it underneath my mask.
Well, like I said, I had that one lady come to work the other day, and they make masks with a straw hole in them now.
Yeah, we'll see how strict they really are, too. I mean, that's a corporate policy. Are they going to be super strict like that on the cruise ship? I think as long as people aren't purposely abusing it and purposely ignoring the cruise instructions, I doubt that they're walking along, with the magnifying glass going, how long have you had it off? How long have you had it off? And most cruisers are really good about following the rules. There's only those few out there that make it bad for the rest of us.
Kathy says the cruise staff are awesome people. Cruising is true definition of vacation.
Oh, absolutely. And there's a couple of things about crew members, though, that from years of cruising, I can't figure this out. One, I'm pretty sure our room steward might be a ninja. On every cruise we've been on, I will decide I want ice in the ice bucket. I will step out the door and one magically appears. A crew member will magically appear and go put ice in the bucket. To this day, I have no idea where they make ice on a cruise ship because I can't ever get close enough to the machine because the staff members are there. And then you can get a room steward, meet him one day, walk down the hallway and see him the next day, and they will know you by name. I mean, that's amazing. That is a superior quality of service that they can remember your name after one day, and they rotate passengers every week. It's amazing.
Yeah. Matt said that he has no doubt that we're going to have a great time. He just wanted his first cruise to not be full of mask memories, which makes complete sense.
I completely understand that.
And the protocol of Carnival is perfect. People use the casino to smoke, occupy machines that you want to play. Just to smoke casino is for gambling. Lots of people like the new rules.
Yeah, I've seen comments where people really like the new rules. And you know what? If it works out for everybody and it's a good thing, then it's a good thing. Not everybody will like it. A lot of people will like it. It's the way cruising is. I mean, if you've cruised like we all have here, more than one time, you gotta go with the flow.
So Darlene must have had a bad steward because she got on the Vista on August 7th and didn't see the steward for 2.5 days, and he never came in our cabin during that time. Yeah.
I mean, I absolutely believe that happens, but It seems like the cases like that are more of the exception than the rule. I'm sure people have bad days, bad experiences, absolutely occurs. But it seems like it's way more good stuff than it is bad stuff.
And it could have very well been a new steward that had no clue.
Well, the really bad experiences, though, are the ones that will stand out the most, too.
Yes.
It's the ones you're unfortunately going to remember the most.
And Kathy said Ninja would definitely describe them. She's never seen the same steward a year or two after, and they still remember my name.
Right? How does that happen, Kathy? They're room ninjas. Are we going to do karaoke?
No.
Tiffany will.
I believe it's Disney.
Tiffany will do Disney karaoke. I sound like I swallowed a box of sandpaper. You don't want to hear me sing. No.
Lenny and Geneva are so happy the Pride is back in Baltimore. You guys have a great time. Thanks for always being upbeat all the time.
Yep, the Pride should be sailing here real soon.
Yeah.
I did see where the Pride did arrive back in Baltimore. She should be getting ready to go out real soon. I assume you guys are going to be on the Pride when she goes back out?
Connie says she agrees with the cruise workers being awesome. She's going Saturday 18th on Mardi. I guess the Mardi Gras?
On the Mardi Gras.
Okay. And then Stella, I didn't mind all the protocols Carnival has put out. I just want to cruise. We'll have try spa. Heard good things about the spa. Like I said, I'm going to try the spa. We've been given gift cards and stuff. Just always been a little iffy on the spa. Never been that.
I'm not a big spa guy. But you said you're going to try a massage this
I'm
cruise?
going to try. This past year or so at work and not being able to cruise, and especially the last month at work has been really stressful. So I think I'm going to just try one, see if it helps a little bit. Protocols.
Just joining. Where are you guys? All right, we are currently in Galveston, Texas. We are one of our things. We arrived to the cruise port at least a day early. This trip, we decided we are going to arrive 2 days early and get an extra day of vacation. But we are currently down in Galveston.
This is my 50 cruise. Never get
50 cruises.
50 cruises. Oh,
that
gosh.
is amazing.
I can't wait
amazing.
to get that far.
Well, yeah. If I could manage to fit them all in 3 years or so, I definitely would.
Yeah.
We're managing about 3 a year right now.
Yeah.
Working on getting that higher, though.
The spa is my go-to on the ship. Couples massage is great. Next cruise in January will be 45th wedding anniversary. That's awesome. That's very awesome.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine you putting up with me for 45 years.
Or you, me.
Yeah, we've only been together 10, so we got quite a ways to go before we get to 45 years. But 50 cruises, I mean, that's spectacular.
The Gulf is stormy right now. You may be rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I shot some video out there off of the water here a couple hours ago when we first got here, and it's really windy and the waves are breaking pretty good. But the breeze is beautiful right now. The temperature is down.
It's not 100 degrees.
It's not 100 degrees, you know it, so we'll take it. And we are by the ocean, which, well, that's half the battle right there, just being by the ocean. So
my husband got perfection here. Kathy says that her husband got perfection.
Oh, I get it. Kathy is perfect. Okay.
Yes.
That is something Tiffany might tell me too, that I got lucky with her, and she's probably right. I'm not gonna lie. But no, 45 years, that was spectacular. I love it when people get that far in their relationships. My grandparents were, what did they pass?
73, I think.
73 years, their last anniversary.
Kathy says it's nice and cool in North Texas.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure where we live is just, a dead hot zone. It was just 100 degrees there yesterday, 100 degrees the day before. So yeah, a big part of getting out of there was just getting out of the 100-degree weather. But I think it's supposed to be cooler here in the next couple of days. I guess there's some weather that's moving up along the Mexico coast, and we might get some rain here in Texas.
Yeah, that's what
Did I miss that one?
Kelly was saying.
Oh, okay.
With the storms in the Gulf.
Yes.
That's what's going to create the rain for our area.
64 this morning. Wow. When was the last time we even saw 64?
It was 70, mid 70s this morning when we got up.
That's still not 64.
No.
I like it those mornings we get up and it's about 60. And that's like perfect get up in the morning weather.
BJ, we will definitely eat at Guy's Burgers for you because they have a new breakfast burger that we want to try. How do you handle the care package situation? Sounds like a really nice gesture, but do you just give it to the room steward or tell them to pass it around?
I've heard it done a couple of different ways. So if you want to take stuff on board with the ship with you, you can take some basic items and let's say offer it to your room steward first. If he doesn't need it, then yeah, you could tell him, hey, do you know some other crew members that need this? Can you take it to them? Or you can get on the ship first, and then let's say at the first talk to the room store and say, hey, is there anything that you need? And then like when you get off in the port, pick it up there at the cruise port. If they need some shampoo, whatever, toothpaste, you can pick it up there and bring it back on the ship if you're looking for specific items.
Kathy said we're making her want to book that cruise today.
Book it. Just book it. I'm telling you. The more people we get out there cruising, the more people that will just absolutely fall in love with this vacationing lifestyle. I mean, that's
what we had to do too. We had talked about cruising for.
Well, I had cruised before we met.
Yeah, but you and I had talked about taking the kids on a cruise and everything like that, and we talked about it for years. And he finally said, "You know what? We're just going to book it."
All right, balcony, inside, ocean view. Which one? All right. So if you're talking about us. We are in an inside cabin. We've done a balcony cabin and thought, hey, we'll hang out on the balcony. She'll drink some coffee. Yep, never went out there. Then we've done an ocean view. We've done a deluxe ocean view. Occasionally we go look out the window, and then we go right out up on the deck anyway. So for us, we do an inside cabin. We spend the least amount of money on the cabin because we spend the absolute least amount of time in it, and we're up on the deck anyway. So if I want a window, I just go outside and look over the railing. But that's us personally. Some people like balconies for the light or the ocean view for the light. They like the breeze.
And some people spend a little bit more time in their rooms than we do too. We're basically in there to shower and change and sleep. That's all we do. We're not in
cabin
the room.
People.
Yeah, we're not in the room watching bad TV or.
No, I'm usually out of the room by at least 5 a.m. every morning up on the deck. I like to watch the sunrise. I like to watch the sunset. I like to see every time the cruise ship pulls in and out of places. So I spend a lot of time up on deck.
BJ's going to be on the Breeze in December 6th of this year.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Kathy was just confirming which one we liked. Yeah, like I said, we're just inside cabin people. Now don't get me wrong. If we go to the cruise port here on Monday and they're like, oh, well, the cruise ship's only half full, 70% full, we're going to take you out of your inside cabin and stick you up on a balcony, we're not going to say no.
No, we're not going to say no.
So we're not crazy like that. But, I mean, bang for the buck, I can get 3, 4, 5 cruises a year out by getting a cheaper cabin that I don't spend time in anyway versus getting a balcony cabin, with the exception of that being when we do Alaska, that is a balcony cabin, no ifs, ands, or buts. And when we do Panama Canal, that's going to be a balcony cabin because I want to have a spot to set up cameras and just know I have a spot where I can just watch scenery. So awesome. Well, this has turned out to be a pretty good live chat today.
Yeah, for our first time.
For our very first one.
Not knowing what to do.
Yeah, so if we're having any technical problems, anything like that, thank you all for putting up with it. Like I said, this is our very first live chat, so we're kind of learning as we go and trying to.
Kathy said that the Panama Canal was amazing. Karen.
Hey,
Hi,
Karen. No, Karen, we see Karen on a lot of our videos, especially when we first started out. Karen was there giving us encouragement and comments and everything. So definitely hi to Karen.
BJ wants to know if there's a separate casino for non-smokers. I don't.
Yes.
Oh, there is?
Okay. It's not on every Carnival ship yet. I know it's on the Vista, the Breeze, and was it the Horizon maybe? But there was a conference room down on deck 4, and it's supposed to have been a really good sized conference room that they have converted to a non-smoking casino. It's not on every cruise ship yet. It's only on 3 or 4 of them. If you go and you click on our channel and you go back a couple of videos, I actually did a video on the non-smoking casino where I list specifically what ships it is right now. So, but yes, there are some that do have that.
And thank you, Connie, for letting us know that the video and the sound was good. Matt said that for his first cruise, balcony, but after that, he'd probably do the same thing that we do, which is exactly what we did. Our first cruise was a balcony, and that's when we realized that we didn't use it.
Okay. I see. All right. I went up to Serenity midnight before.
Steak de clams.
Oh, I got you. That's where she was watching when she went through the Panama Canal up on the Serenity deck.
Okay. That's a good idea. Spot. Yeah.
All right. Karen, where are we staying? We are over at the Comfort Inn off of 89th Street. We did not pick up any fancy hotel, any special hotel. I just found one for a good price. Since we drove down here, wasn't really concerned about where we stayed as long as it was safe. Figured I can just drive around Galveston.
And where are we taking our test?
All right, so we have 2 tests. We took one this morning at the CVS back home. We took the PCR test, and then tomorrow morning, I'll have to look up exactly where it is, but it's one of the urgent care clinics here. We have one scheduled for Monday morning, a rapid test, just in case we don't get results in by tomorrow evening. We have an 8 a.m. appointment at the urgent care clinic. Here, let me look this up for Karen real quick. I can give her the exact name.
Does Comfort Inn have shuttle? I haven't heard that.
Yes, they do. You have to prearrange it and schedule it. Supposedly, too, they have the cruise parking here, but honestly, I would not partake in that. Maybe the shuttle if you're flying in, but I wouldn't do the park and shuttle here. The parking lot's really unsecured. Doesn't look like there's like a lot of security and cameras around here, so I wouldn't do that part. But there is a shuttle to take you to the terminal.
Kelly's excited about the non-smoking casino on the Vista.
Yeah, keep talking maybe because I got to look up this thing real quick. I got to remember where I saw it. You have to talk.
Sorry. So, yeah, sorry. I just brain fried right now. Tired. So he's looking that up for you.
Wasn't like, oh, you know what? I have the email. I'm so dumb.
That on the spot thing.
Yeah, I have all of the information, but my brain just immediately went sideways when I needed to know the specific information.
I like that idea about the Serenity deck, going up there at midnight and snagging a spot for the Panama Canal. That's a good idea.
It's like, what was the name of that place? Affiliate?
Yeah. Hold on, I texted.
Oh, yeah. See what you take. All right. Let her look it up because if you leave it up to me, I'll never be able to give you a proper answer. But there is a spot. You can book it online. They took our insurance information, so I think they're going to charge the insurance company. And they didn't say anything about out-of-pocket expenses, so I'm not 100% sure.
Clockwise MD?
No.
No? Okay.
It was started with an A or a V.
Okay.
Didn't you text it to Mary?
Yeah, but that's what I texted her.
No, that's just your confirmation.
Sorry, guys. We'll definitely get the name of that and get that out to you. Have you cruised on other cruise lines? Like I said, we've really only done the Disney cruise and the Carnival cruise. We did have our Alaskan cruise set for Princess, but that did get canceled. We were going to rebook that for this May coming in 2022, but my son's going to be graduating from high school that May, so we're going to postpone it another year. Lenny and Geneva, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, will be married 48 years on their next cruise.
48
She
years.
says, remove the hats.
Oh God, another one. I have had more people talk about my hat lately. Somebody, one of our viewers said his wife liked our videos, but wanted me to see me without a hat. So everything I filmed prior to today, or everything I filmed today prior to going live, I actually filmed without a hat just for her.
So Robert wants to know where we park and cruise. So we do park at the cruise terminals.
Yeah, right there at the Galveston cruise port. They have the fenced in areas. They're right there at the cruise terminal itself. And we park right there. There's a shuttle, takes you and your luggage across the railroad tracks, basically drops you off right there at the terminal, and boom, you're good to go.
Karen says, thank you. She's trying to wrap her head around all of this testing. She likes the home test option that's proctored.
Yes.
Enjoy your content. So she likes your channel. And to have a great time on the cruise. Let's see, Eric has 2 daughters due in April. And for 12 days, what do I tell them?
It's Affinity Urgent Care. Okay. I finally found it. But yes, it's Affinity Urgent Care here in Galveston over on 2808 61st Street. I just looked up Affinity Urgent Care, Googled it. It showed me the one right there in Galveston. Okay.
So, Eric.
Casino offer.
Right here. I have 2 daughters due in April. And for 12 days, what do I tell them? It's paid for, non-refundable.
So if I understand right, because they're underage, they can't be vaccinated, they can't go on the cruise, or because the babies are going to be born while the cruise is going on. Look, here's the best and honest answer. Call the cruise lines directly and talk to the representative there. If they don't help you, move it up the ladder a couple of times. If you have a legitimate reason, the majority of the time, the cruise lines will work with you.
Eric said no born.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely call the cruise lines. That is one of those one-off reasons. It's not like you're like, well, I just don't want to go or this or that. Your wife having a baby is a medical reason. So I would definitely call them. And if you pre-purchase travel insurance, that could fall under the medical of your travel insurance as well. And then the travel insurance could cover the cost of that cruise. So I would definitely check with the cruise line and check with your travel insurance because, I mean, babies being born is medical.
Yeah. Karen said she was supposed to be on the Vista with us in March, but she had to cancel due to work-related time off and would have really enjoyed meeting us. We would have really enjoyed meeting you as well. And I'm sorry that you had to cancel your cruise because of work.
Especially that one. I think that March cruise, because that's the Carnival's 50th birthday celebration. They're going to be doing throwback events. Freddie is supposed to be back on the cruise ship. They're going to bring back some retroactive foods. And then there's cruise ships are supposed to meet up at sea.
And dance in the middle of the ocean.
No. That's what I keep saying.
Oh, okay.
I keep saying they're going to dance together because I don't know if y'all saw when the Celebrity Apex came out and it met up with the Edge and Captain Kate. and they kind of dance together. I don't know what Carnival's going to do. I just keep saying that because I saw Celebrity do it. But the cruise ships are supposed to meet up out at sea as part of the 50th birthday celebration. But beyond that, I have no real idea what they're going to do. But it should be a good cruise. Because pretty much all the ones from Galveston are meeting up around Cozumel area, it seems like. And then the ones from Florida should all meet up probably somewhere over there. That's where you'll get like the Horizon, the Mardi Gras, and some of those other ones will meet over there. The Dream, the Vista, and the Breeze from here should all be around Cozumel at the same time.
Yeah. She says, thank you for taking off the hat.
Lenny, was it you that messaged me about your wife wanted me to have the hat off? I'd have to go back and look and see exactly who it was. But like I said, I did see the message. And like I said, I did do filming earlier today with the hat off, very specifically, if that was your wife.
Karen said she hated to cancel. We were part of a group cruise. I'm in education and things are so crazy. I didn't want to take that much time off right before spring break. Completely understandable.
Yep. Of course, I got weird hat hair. At least no one's talked about my glasses yet that I have to wear in live chat. Otherwise, I can't read a single chat.
I like the hats, but no hat is fine too.
See, actually, to explain where the hat actually came from. So I have a full-time job I work, and normally I do a lot of outside work. So when I get home, I'm either sunburned or my hair is messed up or something like that. So when I shoot a news video for the next day, it got real easy just to put a hat on real quick and kind of cover up any mess, shoot a video, and it just kind of stuck.
So Mary says, sorry we missed meeting you. We got off last Saturday and we'll be back next Saturday. 5 weeks on Vista so far. Kendall Fire Cruise Director is the best. We haven't had that.
No, we have not had Kendall. Our favorite Carnival cruise director, and unfortunately she is not a cruise director anymore.
Emma.
It was Emma. Her last ship was the Panorama. She went from the Freedom, right? Yeah, she went from the Freedom and became the first female cruise director to take out a brand new cruise ship.
The Panama. Right?
Panorama. When she went to the Panorama. But her husband is a cruise director on one of the ships now.
Yeah, I don't know which one.
I can't remember which one, though.
I follow her on Facebook, but I cannot remember which one.
Emma is our absolute favorite cruise director we've ever had.
Yeah, I swear she never slept. Karen says, are y'all doing the live stream regularly? She would love that.
Okay, so we are planning on doing them during this trip. I do have the Wi-Fi package on the cruise ship. Y'all know how that is, though. It may work one day and it may not work the next. We don't do a lot of them at home because we are Wi-Fi challenged at home. We live so far away from everything that we actually don't have internet service at our house. So live streams at home are a little more challenging. It's like being down here in Galveston, we have Wi-Fi and better cell reception and everything down here, so it's possible. But it is something I'd like to do more often. I mean, it's fun. It's easy. We get to actually interact a lot better with our viewers.
We're caught up.
We're caught up. All right. Well, folks, I think we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap this up here for tonight. I don't know if we're going to do much else tonight. We've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. We may start winding it down for the day. We're definitely going to have a full day tomorrow, running around instead of doing stuff. It is my intention to go over to Pier 21 tomorrow about a little before 4 o'clock. Royal Caribbean's Independence of the Seas is going to be pulling out tomorrow. I may go over there and film that. I may even live stream Independence of the Seas leaving. I really like watching the cruise ships leave. So that is on the agenda for tomorrow. And I think that I think that's other than the candy store, of course, because you can't go on a cruise without fresh saltwater taffy.
Patty says, hello, everyone.
Hello,
Mary,
Patty.
Mary says, have fun and stay safe.
Absolutely, Mary. We absolutely will. Like I said, it is our current intention to be back on here tomorrow night. If I get it we'll figure 6 o'clock ish. That's usually what time I post a video in the evening. Because, of course, today is 2 days before we cruise. So we'll have to absolutely do day one. I guess I didn't put a cruise tip out today.
No.
So, you know what? Day two's cruise tip. Today's cruise tip is going to be have fun on your vacation. Relax. Enjoy yourself. You've worked hard all year. And you deserve it. How about that?
Yes. And Karen said the dream is coming too. And Lenny said, yes, it was Lenny.
Okay. Well, then I'm glad your wife got to see me without the hat on, Lenny. I definitely remembered that comment. And like I said, I purposely filmed today without it just to make her happy. So hope she likes it. All right. Well, like I said, we're going to go ahead and hop off of here. It was awesome talking to you guys. We'll be back on here tomorrow night. And we'll keep this up and let you guys know anything new. And if you guys have any other questions or anything for us, we'll get with you guys then. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.